Today's website is thelorebbox.co.uk. I'm looking for things here that are possible enhancements, questions I might ask, things I'd want to dig deeper on, and get more information from customers to see if something is the most effective way to do it. We've got the website here in front of us. I can tell very straightforward, very simple shopping site. Most likely is done from a template. Now, I can see that there's a carousel image here that's going past. It said Weston on the first image, very popular brand name in the fishing industry. Berkley, it's very good. It's showing what kind of products are going to be found on this website. You got what's hot down here. Up here, the lure box. It's sort of a rugged looking logo. Up on top here, I want to call this out. This is really something. A lot of times this top bar, people will use it for just marketing or a promotion. But what I see up here is it's actually a three-way usage of this top little bar. And the first one, it says 5 stars, excellent on Trustpilot. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I've said sometimes 5-star reviews, all 5-star reviews can be a little bit untrustworthy, but this is different. This isn't 1,000 customer reviews. This is a review on Trustpilot. They are a third-party independent reviewer of companies and products and services. And so a 5-star rating there is excellent. We've got that right up front. Then in the middle, indeed, we do have a promotion. Free tracked UK shipping over 50 pounds. Lets us know if we spend a certain amount, we're going to get a bonus. And then we've got on the right side, Klarna and PayPal payments, letting us know that if you don't want to put your credit card in, you can use alternative form of payments, and it lets you know right up front. So you don't waste a lot of time getting invested in the site and then find out you can't use Klarna or PayPal, so then you abandon. I love the search box right here. You have no idea how many websites now, how many retail websites, they don't have an open search field. So having the open search field for people, if I come here, maybe I need a reel, maybe I need some line, I can go here and I can just type to it if I don't want to use the navigation. We know that all of web browsers are made up of one of two types. They're either searchers or they are browsers. So they're either going to use a search box, they immediately go to that search box no matter where they are, or they go to the navigation or to the content and they start drilling through everything trying to find what they need. But if you're only accommodating one, you're going to upset the other. So this is a really good implementation. A lot of times I'm starting to see just the search magnifying glass stuck over here in the corner. And that's really not an effective way to drive engagement on your site immediately. So, all right, let's scroll down. So we got what's hot, the number of different products here. Again, brand names, very clear in the images. The images are very good. As I scroll down, one thing about this image here, okay, no, I was about to say there was nothing for scale in the image, and I wasn't really sure how big it was, but it says it right here, 14 centimeters, 32 grams. So it's giving the key information for this particular Sandy Andy product right on the page. So let's go. I like, this. You can see how this image changes when the mouse hovers over to show me a little more detail. This one doesn't really change that much. It's sort of another version of the same image, just maybe zoomed up a little bit more colorful, a different product color. And then we've got the Sandy Andy over here again, a second copy of the same product, or actually this is the other color. And then when I hover over this one, I get another color. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. So same price, same product looking image. The name is almost identical, but you will see here the specification is different, 13 centimeters versus 14 centimeters. One thing I would like to find out is, do customers feel that this is obvious enough of a difference, or would they like to see a little bit more clarity? For my money, I would probably put the 14 centimeter designation inside the image. We've got a lot of white space in here. Same thing with the 13-inch. I might put it in here just to create that distinction and make it not look like it is the same product. Right here, we've got one product here that's sold out. Now, this is an interesting question. Do you show sold out products on the homepage? On one hand, it could be just a little bit disappointing that there's a product that's not here and you're showing it. But on the other hand, it's actually could be a really good way to let someone know this is literally the hottest item we've got. It's sold out. And you might actually generate a customer contact to make it more personal. And then you can order that for the customer. Coming down, we've got our collections of different product breakdowns. I imagine these are similar to what's going to be in the navigation. Okay, we've got lures. Lures is in the navigation. Rods is not. Rods, reels, and line is in the navigation. Reels is separate. Rods, reels, luggage, terminal tackle, landing nets, etc. So we've got a little bit of distinctions made here, different than are made up in the navigation. If I hover over this, now I've got rods, reels, and fishing lines. So it does break them out here, but because we want to use a little bit of photography to drive people directly to certain key areas, that's totally fine. And then we're scrolling down and we got some blog posts. Look at this. Okay, this I think is really super important. Best pike lures for 2024, the Ultimate Guide. 2024 pike lures written by Barry Lynch. He's the owner of the Lure Box. And then you've got the date, March 27, 2024. What does this tell us? It's so much better than so many the attempts to include blog content or dynamic content on websites. Why? Because it's current. It lets us know this is going to be choices for this year, and it was written just about a week and a half ago on March 27, 2024. So if you're going to include content, putting a date on that content so people know that this is fresh content, it is up to date, and it's going to be based on this season. Fishing is one of those things. It can change from season to season. What fish are going after? What bait is working? What tackle is working? What are the best new things? Letting people know that you've got the dates. Now, this one on the right side, I'm sure there must be newer content than something from 2022. I'd want to keep this all as current as possible. Big kudos for this one on the left. This one, I'm not sure if there's been any other updates in the last 2 years to the Maioris mouse. If that, whatever that upgrade is it still, that is still the hot item after 2 years? Maybe. Currently, visits the store by appointment only, so that's great to have that information right up front. I'd be a little curious about the, it is in the footer, but it is pretty critical information. So the fact that it is dark gray on light gray, that I, having glasses now, I do often comment on the contrast of colors on a website. So having the dark gray on light gray could be a bit of an issue. And then down below, we've got follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Now over here, again, we got your payments that you offer. Now, join our newsletter, join the community. Really, really big thing, especially when you're dealing with an activity like fishing. Fishing is a community. People do like to listen to each other. And so having an opportunity for people to communicate through the website is really great. So I've got, this is actually great. When I hover over the product, I can zoom up on different things. If there's certain elements of this rod that I might want to look at, I can actually zoom it up. If I click on a different photo, same thing, I can really zoom it up. That's really great for key little data things here. Rolling over to zoom in. I like the ability to do that. Now over here, it does say sold out. We've got there's 2 options here. We've got a price point. We've got other options here. Actually, it's interesting. On the bottom of the site, it didn't have this Pinterest logo, but up here there is Pinterest. So might want to update the footer with that. As I scroll down, I don't see any option for contacting or getting put on a wait list or notify me when the product comes in. There is the email us option up here, but I'm not sure, again, if people would know to do that. As I scroll down, we've got great descriptions of the product. Wonderful, looks like a video content here from YouTube about the reel. We got customer reviews down here. And then, underneath the reviews, we also have other products you might like. So when I look at this price point and I see Weston W6 vertical jigging spinning rod, this is a shad spinning rod, and this is so different product for sure, but it is in the same price range and similar, I assume, in some way. I don't profess to be anywhere near anything more. I don't profess to be anything more than the absolute novice of fishermen. Scrolling down, we've got information about the shipping and return policy. This is the big footer that was on the homepage as well, I believe. So just more good information about the company. And actually, we do have a video link here. Quick links to videos. Let's just see what these videos are. Okay, this does appear to be Lurebox video. So this is play this. Okay, so this video, it's very specific. It is showing exactly how this lure works. Possibly, I might consider doing a little bit of an intro to the video or having an outro, just something where it is personalized by the Lure Box so that people know they really do endorse this particular product. So let's just look at the navigation real quick. Let's go to, we got the clearance sales, things are trying to move. Does the clearance sales have, okay, yeah, here's all the sale prices right on everything. This is a perfect way to do it. And you could filter by brand if you, let's just stick with that Weston idea. So I click, it instantly updated. It's giving me all Weston products. This is great. I'm going to go back up to the top. We're going to go to lures, lots of options here, saltwater lures. So now, again, there's some of these, when you go to lures, has all these options. Saltwater lures is here, but it's also here. We're going to try something. I click on saltwater lures. I get a bunch of options, some of the things on sale right up front. Great. I'm going to back it up. And then we're going to click on saltwater lures from the primary nav. And we have the same exact option. So there is a choice that's being made to put saltwater lures in two places. Generally, you might not want to do that, but if this link is driving a lot of traffic for saltwater lures, then maybe just, I would say you maybe should remove from here, but some people, if they don't see this, they will go here. So I suppose it's okay. Just generally speaking, it's recommended not to have the same navigation in multiple places. Rod, reels, and line, we already sort of took a look at this before. We got casting rods, fly rods, spinning rods, rod and reel combos. One question I have here is, what if you don't know what to get? So I'm going to assume that the type of rod that I would get is a casting rod because, I have to cast the line out. Let's click on this and see what it says. So we stock a selection of top quality casting rods handpicked by experts. Find the perfect bait casting rod for your next fishing trip today. So take a look at our range of bait casting reels to finish off your bait casting rod and reel setup. I like the way that it's got an option to go find something else. But if I scroll down, there's no information about how to pick the right equipment. And maybe there's something on the homepage or in the blog, but I think it'd be a really good idea to cater to a little bit of the novices as well, or people wanting to give a gift. If I click on the rods and I go to the spinning rods, I mean, when you spin it, right? You spin the handle. So the reel, you spin the reel to bring in the line. Is that different from, I literally have no idea what the difference is. I'm sure, I know that Barry Lynch is going to watch at some point, and he's probably going to be keeling over with laughter at my ignorance and inability. If my father watched this, he'd probably also feel shame that I don't know the difference of these things. My father is a very avid fisherman, boat and all, and I just, I do a little bit of shore fishing from time to time. I'll put a little video at the end, bonus video at the end, content if you're curious. I did get to go on a very nice sport fishing trip last year, and I'll put a little video clip in from that. Now, interesting that the brands here, when you filter by brand, you're showing a bunch of brands, but when you go to the brand navigation, it only puts them in the page itself. Now, maybe this, okay, clearly this is because there's too many. There's too many, and I'm going to make an assumption that that is the reason why the brands are not put here. Let me go over to this blog real quick. And here's that blog post from the homepage. Very beautiful looking picture of the fish. If I click on this and go into the ultimate guide, I will do in a minute. Scrolling down. Okay, actually, it looks like I'm reviewing this at exactly the right time because the blog posts are very few and far between. So this is a great thing to put on here in terms of having a very fresh, very new blog post. But I would make sure that you create a schedule for yourself and get content up here, or at the very least, put links into other blogs or other articles or content that is going to be valuable for your shoppers. As soon as people see that it truly is out of date, like one blog post per year, then they will stop going to the blog post. At the same time, search engines, they want to see new content that is fresh, updated recently. And so it could even mean just updating this Klarna one and saying, updated for 2024 with new terms or new process for how it works. You put that up there so that, again, it looks like it's up to date with a little bit of a refresher. What I want to do is I want to look at one last thing before I wrap this one up. I'm going to go to, let's just go back to that homepage, one of those top products, and we're going to take the 7-piece bass lure box. More than likely, this is the kind of thing that I would get. And we are going to look at the photos here. This one thing that is interesting about this box is there is no picture of it from the side. So I don't really get a sense of the depth of this photo of this thing. It looks like it's a single tray box, which probably means it's maybe about an inch high. Down below, if I scroll down, maybe it will tell me it's got all what to expect, the contents, but it doesn't actually have the height of the box. So I would be curious just to see one extra image that shows the height of the box. Now we're going to add this to our cart. We're going to put it here, say add to cart, and we've got our cart here. Spend two more and get free shipping. Oh, because it's 48. Now this is interesting. It says $48. I don't know if it's sensing that I'm in the United States, 48 USD. Whereas the ad at the top said only for, this is amazing. Actually, it said 48 pounds, spend 50 pounds for free UK tracked shipping. But here, if I spend $50, I get free shipping to the United States. That is remarkable. I'm going to assume that is legitimate. I'm just going to go view my cart. And here is the product, Bass Lure Box 7-piece, $48, estimate the shipping. I would have to add one more item, tax included, shipping calculated at checkout. Oh, so estimate shipping would be here. I'd put in some information. Let's just try this. I'll put in a different zip code, and I estimate the shipping. Okay, now this is very interesting. I've estimated the shipping to a town in central New Jersey. And when I say, it says there are two shipping rates. One is $25, one is $30 for different versions. But what this is telling me is if I spend $2 more, I'm going to save $26. So that is remarkable. I hope that is not going to put you in the red, but it is an option here that is really going to be a tremendous benefit for the consumer to spend those extra dollars. When I click on email us, I can actually see in the lower left, it's going to send us to it's going to send an email. When I hover over the email us, I see on the lower left of the screen, it's going to send an email using my email application on my computer. And so I'm not going to do that. It might be helpful to have a form on the site that allows people to select a different topic, what type of email they're going to be submitting. If you're not getting that many emails, it's probably fine right now just to have everything coming directly. But if it's about a sold out product, things like that, you might want to know. So that was the lurebox.co.uk, fishing supply company out of London. I think you can see from my review, a lot of things it's doing very, very well. Great use of the top bar for the three things. It had the Trustpilot rating, it had the free shipping, and it had the different forms of payment. Search bar right there. It had great product photos. It had the details in the actual description of the title of the product. Lots of great things, maybe moving some content around a little bit so that those additional items or similar items to the sold out items, or if maybe you move those up directly below the other items so you can see instantly without any scrolling that there's other choices for you to buy. You know, things like the blog, definitely want to get that current, make sure that it looks current because Google will respond to updated dates, newer content. It's going to put you into the result set a little bit better than if the content is so out of date. And from a customer standpoint, everything looks current and it looks like you really pay attention to that stuff. So that's going to be it for this website UX design review. But don't worry, I'll be back again soon. And until then, I will see you later.
Oh my goodness. Is that him? Wow.